Gerald the Bossman Show. Talking to a friend of the show, Coach Anthony Stewart, UT Martin Skyhawks, joining us on the show. Coach Stewart, how things over there in Martin, man?
Man, things are good, man. I can't complain. School started yesterday. We've been getting after it. Had our second workout today, and the things are bright looking ahead.
And Coach, looking as you go into year 4 here, leading UT Martin, what do you say you feel like has been your greatest accomplishment since being at UT Martin with these young men in this university, what you've given this university since you've been there since 2016? What you think has been the greatest thing for you so far?
Probably, to be honest, right off the bat, is I've got 1,000% graduation rate. Every senior that's been on scholarship here for me as the head coach, and quite honest, as when I was associate head coach 2 years prior to that, has graduated. That's very important to me. That's what I'm about. I'm about getting young men prepared for what lies ahead, whether that be corporate America, professional basketball, fatherhood, trying to make sure they're good husbands one day to their wives. But, graduation rate, that's what this is about. I told the guys yesterday, it's not a bad thing. There isn't one guy in the NBA from UT Martin, from Tennessee Martin. Doesn't mean there's not going to be one in the near future. But in the meantime, we're going to have a game plan so they can be successful regardless of what they do.
Yes, indeed, Coach. The key word is there are student athletes. That's the main thing. Student athletes, not athlete students. Some schools make them to be.
Yes, that's very key. That's just kind of how things happen in my household. 2 weeks ago, my own son, who transferred back from the ACC, was the first student athlete to graduate here at Tennessee Martin in less than 2 years.
Wow.
So he is he graduated with a 3.8, and he is a sophomore this year and will be in grad school to get his MBA as a sophomore.
Man, that's amazing. Congrats on that. I was going to ask you about your son, but you kind of did it for me. So thanks a lot, Coach, for that update on your son, man. Looking forward to seeing him on the court this year. So, Coach, this offseason, I know you and your staff did some self-scouting, self-evaluating of the program. So where did you prioritize this summer to kind of get better at program-wide this year?
We just wanted to get better at each position on the court. We upgraded each position. We have some tremendous size this year. We have high major size. We have very big, long, skilled guards. I just got 2 guys late, a transfer from Oklahoma, 6'11", 285, and a transfer from junior college in Texas. He started off at University of Dayton in Atlantic 10. He's 7 foot 300. I've also got 3 other guys, 6'10" or better. And so, we just wanted to, this league, as you know, is very tough. They play a lot of traditional 5 men on the post, back to the basket guys. So you have to adjust towards that. And we just want to upgrade our talent level. I had my son in one of the, things, he came back from the ACC having a very successful freshman season. And when he chose to come here, I just had to make sure he had really good players around him because that's what he was accustomed to in the ACC. And we have done that. My staff has done that.
And, Coach, having that size you have and the defense that you play, those zones you play, that can be a problem, that length in that zone. Can't get around all that size you got now.
It can be. We're going to take advantage of our size. We can play several different ways offensively. We can play really big. It allows us to play different zones. It gives us a lot of comfort, coverage with our length and our size and our zones, whether that be just a traditional 2-3. We can go 3-2, our matchup that we play from time to time, or we could play smaller. But our small ball, our guards, our point guard, if we started today, we'd probably be 6'5" at the 1, 6'5" at the 2, 6'7" at the 3, 6'6" at the 4. And then we scoot everybody down and throw in another 6'6" guys. Yeah, that's small ball, but that's still pretty good size.
Exactly. And really, basketball's becoming more positionless by the day, Coach. So it really don't really matter if you're 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. You're the right size, the right length. You put 5 athletic guys out there and wreak havoc all night long.
Exactly. We can, you said the key word, positionless basketball. guys that don't really have a position, just 5 guys that can play basketball, that can pass, shoot, dribble, and think. Great decision makers. So we did that, but we have a 13-game out-of-conference schedule, and we have some big boys on there. We play some high majors, some higher conferences that have great size. So, I'm not just putting this team together to compete in league. I want to compete out of conference as well.
You got that right, Coach, because look this year. Belmont got into the tournament on Murray State, so you go out there and play a good non-conference schedule. You win the games. That Kent Palm Raiders good. You oversee that can be a 2-bid league team now, based on what we saw this year with Belmont and Murray State.
Exactly. And yes, we were a 2-bid league, but this conference is no kind of joke. The OVC it just keeps getting better and better and better. The talent keeps getting better, so I didn't put together just a cupcake out-of-conference schedule to give us a false sense of reality. I want us to be prepared and battle-tested.
And it's funny because, I had Matt Figure on the show last week. He talked about how good of a job you've done at UT Martin. The record might not show up. You've done a great job, and you're hard to prepare for. So that's one of your coaches in your league talking about how good your job you're doing at UT Martin and how hard your team is to prepare for it and how hard you guys play every night.
Well, I appreciate that because I'm a big fan of Matt Figure. I've been a big fan of him since he's been in the league. He's done a tremendous job his first 2 years. Actually, to be honest, I haven't beat him since he's been in the league because he's come in. His guys play extremely hard. They're tough. They're physical. And, this team is prepared, we got to beat the Austin Peays and the Murrays and the Belmonts. But, I take that as a compliment coming from Figs because I've known him even before he was a head coach. He's a good guy, and I appreciate that from him.
Now, Coach, workouts this offseason, probably, who are the guys that work out this offseason, Coach, really has improved their games, gotten stronger and bigger that you want to highlight? Because I know in summertime it's very key to add something to your game, add that strength, add that muscle, add that mental aspect to the game. So when you get on the court in October, November, it's just like water. It's like walking. You know what to do now. You have it under control. So what's some guys you want to point out that really stuff that this offseason really worked out really good and got better this year that you want to get our listeners to kind of look out for this year?
Well, you know what? Guys that, everybody just kind of got better. Craig Randall, he had a great off season. The transfer that came in from Duquesne, he played 2 years over at Memphis. My son, he really got better. I mean, he's going to open up some eyes. Not that people aren't going to be surprised, because he was very successful at Pitt his freshman year, averaging double figures in ACC play. We had got an all-conference second-team guy coming back that had a tremendous offseason in Quentin Dove. But, that's what the offseason is for. Like you said, getting stronger. Not just necessarily working on the areas you're strong, working on areas in which you're weak to make your weaknesses your strengths. And one thing that I did, I've invested in our own strength and conditioning coach, as well as our own player development coach that just work for me. They travel with us. They don't have any other sports, and that's something I did to get a competitive advantage within this league. And I think up until today, I'm the only one that has both of those that's just conducive and just strictly for men's basketball, and that's helped us.
Exactly, Coach. I want to talk to you about the recruiting aspect because, UT Martin's a unique spot in the state of Tennessee. It's kind of in northwest Tennessee. You can hit Missouri, get Kentucky, Indiana. You can go down to Memphis, Jackson, Mississippi. So you're in kind of a good spot to get guys. So how do you go about pitching a guy to come to Martin, Tennessee to come play for UT Martin and keeping Tennessee guys in state that can probably play for you and play well for you guys and say, give us a chance here in Martin?
You know what? That is a skill set that you have to possess in order to do things how I want them done. I pride myself in the recruiting part of it. I'm kind of, I guess, if you ask anybody in the country, prior to me being a head coach, what am I known for? And, a lot of them tell me I'm one of the best recruiters in the country. And so what you have to do, and what I've realized when I became a head coach, just because you become a head coach doesn't mean you get away from one of your strengths. And so this particular year, I think we brought in 10 new guys or 9 new guys, and not one of them visited. So not only did we get really good players, they never came here to see what it looked like. So you're selling yourself is what you're doing. You're selling yourself. You're selling your program. You're selling your mission statement. You're selling your value system. And so when you can get a kid that believes in you, and he's going to come all the way in the Northwest Tennessee in the middle of nowhere and not even visit, that tells you a lot about that kid, his character, and his belief and buy-in on what you're trying to do. And so it just takes a particular skill set to recruit here at Martin, because it's not easy. We probably have the worst, resources and probably not the best facilities in the conference. But, we're out here. We got a really good program. It's top-notch. It's first class. And I got guys, assistant coaches, and the support staff that all buy in our mission statement, and we go out and get the players we need to get.
You got that right, Coach, because, I've always considered Martin a hard job. I look at jobs on the list, I say that's a hard job because of where it's located at. But I've seen what you've done with it. I saw what he's done with it when he was there as well. So I know it can get done. I'm proud that you're doing that for UT Martin, because as an African-American coach, it's very important to me that we are successful as coaches in around the country. So I'm happy for you in that regard as well, Coach.
I appreciate that, and I appreciate that, coming from you, and I respect what you do. That's why I love to be on your show. And it's just he's sure is one of my best friends, and he came here. He brought me down here with him, and together we did a hell of a job, and we're going to continue doing that. And I'm appreciative of the opportunity I've been given here at Martin by this university to lead this group of guys and kind of to be the premier sport, the face of this university, and that's big, and I don't take that for granted.
And Coach, I get you always do guys on the roster here, Coach. So how do you go about building that culture and camaraderie? So many new guys on the roster, get everybody to gel as one as you head into fall camp here in October.
Well, summer is very helpful in that when you're building chemistry and camaraderie and getting everybody on the same page, but we were very careful in type of people that we brought here to this particular campus community and the community that surrounds Martin. And that goes in part of your DNA on what you're looking for in a student athlete. First and foremost, they have to be very good students, tremendous students, have a great work ethic, and just a willingness to get better in the classroom and on the court every single day. And so that kind of goes back to what we were talking about earlier when it comes to recruiting. And you kind of have to be streamlined and look exactly what you're looking for, and it's like a puzzle. You need a certain piece. We're looking for certain pieces, and I do believe we found the right pieces. Now we just have to put the puzzle together.
And Coach, I'll tell somebody off the air this about Martin is that, hey, I went to Tennessee State University, so I know the direction is out in Nashville, but in Martin, you can focus on basketball only. All you got is basketball and the woods. So it's like in Martin, you can really focus on your craft. Like at TSU, I cannot focus on my craft. I had things I want to go out in Nashville and do. But in Martin, you go to Martin, you're about your craft. You can get better and hone your skills and hone your game mentally and be a better student than I did with TSU because I had my mind on other things outside of the school environment. So I tell guys all the time, going to a small town school, that's not a bad thing. It can be good for your career and your craft as well.
I couldn't have said it better. And that's one of the sales on guys that are really serious about basketball and serious about being students. There aren't a whole lot of distractions here. We don't have the distractions of the big city like Nashville or if we were in St. Louis or back where I'm from in Columbus. So you can really hone in on your schoolwork. You can really hone in and be in the gym as much as you want to be and still have a tremendous campus life. There's a lot of good things going on here on campus and in Martin. You just have to give yourself an opportunity and a chance and don't look at the location or the region it's in. Just look at the particular university and the staff and the basketball program. But there are a lot of, and this, but there are a lot of good things happening here in Northwest Tennessee, in particular, Martin, and we're proud of that.
Yes, indeed. Because, Coach, as you know, I know the OVC backwards and forwards. I've been every town in the OVC, so I know it backwards and forwards. Each one of the cities here from playing football at Tennessee State University, so I know it very well. And, Coach, speaking of the whole conference as a whole, I know we talked about Figs a little bit, but you got Casey Alexander now over there at Belmont. Rick Ray maybe is going to be better at SEMO as well. You got Penny Collins at Tennessee State University doing better and getting guys as well. John Pelfrey at Tech now. So you got Brian Barone at SIUE. So the conference to me got a lot of great coaches this year. I don't know. It's going to be a tough race this year from top to bottom, in my opinion, Coach.
It is. It's always a tough race in this conference. You have your traditional powers, your Murray States, and Matt McMahon does a great job over there. Like we talked about, Figs has it going on over there at Austin Peay. I don't look for there to be any letdown with Casey coming over from Lipscomb. He's just coming home. Tennessee, Penny's got it going, and this conference every year just gets better. The coaching gets better. The coaching hires. Each hire on whenever there's a job open, unfortunately, they replace that coach with a better coach, an even more qualified coach. And I think what I found out and what I've noticed when we came into this year 6 years ago, we opened up a lot of eyes. For 2 years, we had a 2-year run as anybody in the country. And then I took over, and then I actually participated in back-to-back conference championships. And so when you have, I guess, your traditional lower tier schools as Tennessee Martin had been, it opens up a lot of eyes, and it makes people really reevaluate where they want to be. So it's kind of like an arms race, like a nuclear arms race. You're trying to keep up with the Joneses with your facilities, what you can offer student athletes to make the experience better, and your recruiting, upgrading your staff, just trying to get an edge on your opponent in the OVC conference.
You got that right, Coach. I tell people all the time, don't sleep on my conference. Overseas a damn good conference. It's tough every night. There's no easy outs. I don't care what the records are. It don't matter. There's no easy outs in OVC any night of the year, on Thursday or Saturday.
No question. I agree.
Now, Coach, I'll tell you what, man, I'm thank you for your time. Coach, I hope to see you guys when y'all play at Belmont TSU, because I know I'm with the Hawk schedule. I also know where I'm going to be at, but hopefully it works. I can come see you guys play, man, catch up with you and your staff, man, before a game or something at the hotel when you come to Nashville and play those two teams.
Okay, I look forward to that, and thanks again for having me on your show. You do a great job, and I look forward to doing it every year, man.
Hey, thanks, Coach. Thank you so much, brother.
All right, take care of yourself. Have
All
a
right.
great day.
It's Anthony Stewart on the Bossman Show, people.
For all your photo, video, and voiceover needs, check out the fine folks at Blueberry Productions. They will take good care of you. If you don't believe me, you can see for yourself. Check out their work at blueberryproductions.tv, the Facebook page, Blueberry Productions, also a Vimeo page, a YouTube page, and it's Blueberry, BLUBERRY, Prod on Twitter. Check them out today. Blueberry Productions, great people, great work, great service.
Hey there, your yard took a real beating this summer. Luckily, Scott's Turf Builder Winter Guard has your back. Just feed your grass with Scott's again this fall when the air is cool and the soil is warm. It's the perfect time to give your lawn a boost. If you do, Winter Guard will give your yard the nourishment it needs to help weak, thin grass recover and support root growth, giving you a greener, more resilient lawn both now and next spring. Guaranteed. Grab a bag of Scott's Turf Builder Winter Guard today. You'll be back to barbecuing in no time. This is a Scott's Yard.
Hey parents, we all try to be extra careful with our children in the car, but then we get an important call or text. Remember, our children are watching. Make every drive a good example. Be in the zone. Turn off your phone. Visit childrenshospital.vanderbilt.org/BITZ to learn more about our teen driver safety program. Brought to you by Monroe Carroll Jr. Children's Hospital at Vanderbilt, the Ford Motor Company Fund, and the Allstate Foundation.
Hello, my name is Travis Williams, President and CEO of Academics and Athletic Consulting, focusing on educating and empowering tomorrow's collegiate athletic leaders. My passion is for the education and genuine concern and care for today's student athlete. It's the centerpiece of my life's work. A college education, both in and out of the classroom, is a truly rewarding benefit. For more information on AAC, you can go to www.academicsandathleticsconsulting.com. Once again, www.academicsandathleticsconsulting.com, or you can follow me on Facebook at Academics and Athletic Consulting, or Twitter at Coach TWill24, or Instagram Travis L. Williams 24, or you can call me at 404-542-6079. Once again, AAC is very proud to partner with J.R. McHenry of the Bossman Radio Show, covering sports and entertainment across the country. Please tune in weekly for informative, entertaining, and expert analysis on today's sports and entertainment topics. Thank you.
Hip-hop fans, I got a great album for you. The debut album from Family Grind ENT, True Speech and 313 Fresh. We're going to give you 2 discs, 33 songs of pure, genuine hip-hop. Albums available on iTunes, Amazon, Google Play, illstreetrex.com, and streaming live right now on Rhapsody, Beats Music, Spotify, Xbox Music, Slacker Radio, and SoundCloud. Check them out today. True Speech and 313 Fresh. Family Grind ENT. Believe in it. Get it.
A gorgeous tan from Suntan City gives you an inner glow that relights the fire when you run into your first crush.
Vicky, who was that?
An old boyfriend.
Lucky you just tanned at Suntan City.
Lucky he's single. We're doing lunch tomorrow.
Won't be single for long then.
During Tour of the City, try all 5 tans, including spray tan, for just $4.99. Restrictions may apply. Click to buy now.
When you're a teen, you finally get to make some of your own decisions. Who are you going to hang out with? What do you want to be? Are you going to glance at that text while driving? Remember, a split second is all it takes for something tragic to happen. Be in the zone. Turn off your phone. Visit childrenshospital.vanderbilt.org/BITZ to learn more about our teen driver safety program. Brought to you by Monroe Carroll Jr. Children's Hospital at Vanderbilt, the Ford Motor Company Fund, and the Allstate Foundation.
It's maybe the night that my dreams might let me know. All the stars are closer. All the stars are closer.
Tell me what you gonna do to me. Confrontation ain't nothing new to me. You could bring a bullet, bring a sword, bring a morgue, but you can't bring the truth to me.
Alexa, play Kendrick Lamar and SZA.
Okay. Maybe the night that my dreams might let me know. All the stars are closer.
With Amazon Music, a voice is all you need. Get tens of millions of songs. Download the Amazon Music app today.
Yeah, it's your man JC, the host with the most, baby, and it goes down each and every Saturday night right here in the city of Memphis. That's right, y'all. It goes down at Clicks Sports Bar Memphis, baby. 3705 Malco Way, Memphis, Tennessee, 38125. Come out and join us, the Three Kings, each and every Saturday night for the livest karaoke in the city. Everybody gets in free till 10 p.m. Only $5 after. Great food. We got drink specials. We got all kind of games, man. We got the pool tables popping. Whatever you want, we got you, man. Come on out. Have a good time with us each and every Saturday night. That's Clicks Sports Bar, Memphis.
All right, folks, back in the Gerald the Bossman show. We're here with the coach of the Texas Southern Tigers out here in Houston, Coach Johnny Jones on the show with us. Coach Jones, how things down there in H-Town, man?
I tell you what, thank you so much. It's exciting. Just a little overcast today, but other than that, not as hot as it's been. And so I call it a good day here in Houston.
And, Coach, you come off a year, Coach. You won 24 games with the CIT semifinals. So how did it make you feel in year one of your reign here in Texas Southern that, hey, success, 24 wins, CIT's semifinals, or you play a tough final game of the SWAC in Birmingham. Your team played well, most wins in school history. So how's it feel for you guys, man, and your staff?
Well, I'm excited for a great group of young men that we were able to assemble after getting here. Only 3 or 4 guys that was returning that was on last year's team that made an impact, and I was very fortunate that we were able to get some guys that believed in what we were doing, excited about what we were doing, and I'm just really thrilled that things really worked out and for them and their basketball team because of the wins and the excitement around our team. We wound up having the Player of the Year in the league, a young man who was Newcomer of the Year as well. And Jeremy Combs, who transferred in from LSU, and then getting into CIT and then winning all our games on the road, 3 big games on the road in some really tough environments, I think really helped this basketball team and hopefully it set the stage for the future of what we're trying to do and what we're trying to accomplish.
And speaking of that, Coach, this offseason, as you self-scouted yourself, self-evaluated yourself in your program, what did you kind of point out that you wanted to get better at for this year going into year 2 of your time at Texas Southern here?
Well, the good thing about basketball, each year you do have an opportunity to sit back and evaluate in some areas that you want to continue to improve. And we were averaging 81 points a game last year, and so that was certainly enough points. On the defensive end of the floor, we feel like there's an area that we can certainly improve, get better. We're pretty really good field goal percentage shooting team as well. So the nucleus of young men that we have on this team coming in this year, we feel like what we were recruiting to is going to certainly be beneficial for us because we'll be quicker. We'll have a little bit more length than we had last year, and we hope that our depth will certainly be something else that will help us, that we can do a combination of defenses, not only sitting back in which we like to play good, strong man-to-man, but creating some pressing opportunities to create some havoc as well. And so we were just fortunate enough to get a big guy just transferred in from Mississippi State at 6'10", 260 pounds, and we feel like should be able to control the paint with his shot blocking skills and rebounding ability. So we feel like that's an area that we've really improved and at the same time still a high-powered offensive basketball team.
And, Coach, you kind of spoke to something I talked to Anthony Stewart of UT Martin in the last hour about having 5 guys, positionless basketball, to wreak havoc up and down the court. He plays more of a zone, of course, but you have to play that man. But having 5 guys, 5 athletes on the court, positionless basketball, to wreak havoc, cause turnovers, get no open court, get easy baskets and primary breaks, are something that can really help you guys in the non-conference basketball. I know you guys play a tough non-conference schedule all the time, and it also helps you in the SWAC play as well.
Well, it helps us, and one of the things we like to feel is though that a lot of our points are created from our fast break opportunities, and a lot of that comes from our defense, be it steals, deflections, rebounding, getting the ball, making sure that we do a great job of pushing it, but not running just to be running. We want to make sure that we run, but execute at an extremely high level, making sure that we're taking high percentage shots. And if we're able to do that night in and night out, guys understand where their shots are coming from. It gives us an opportunity for our field goal percentage to be higher, and the guys understand where they should be scoring from. They're sharing the ball. If, in fact, we've got the depth that we think that we're going to have this year, if we're able to play a little bit faster, although we're a fast-paced basketball team, defending a little bit tougher than we did a year ago, I think the depth is going to really help us be a better defensive basketball team in what we're capable of doing. And I can tell you, as they always say, defense wins basketball. Offense, obviously sell tickets, but defense wins championships. And we certainly feel that way because there are some nights we're going to be off, but we're still going to have to be able to control the other opponent those nights that we're not shooting or playing our best and scoring like we need to, or turning our opponent over like we would like to. But all in all, we feel like we've done the necessary things on the recruiting trail to answer a lot of the questions that we had going into the off season in terms of improving on the defensive end of the floor.
Speaking of improving, Coach, workouts in the spring and summer here, also fall workouts here for you guys as well, going as you get close to October and things really tip off. So, Coach, who are some guys who really got stronger this offseason, who added to their games that you want to highlight for our listeners to really watch out for this year as they watch the SWAC this year in action?
Well, I think all of our guys really have had an opportunity to improve. A young man who came off the bench for us midway through the year last year and wind up starting for us the second half of the season, who was a walk-on, Tariq Armstrong. He's been playing point guard for us. He really had an opportunity to come into his own last year. Did a tremendous job, and we feel like he's going to be ready. We got an early Christmas present in Eaton Ewing, who transferred back from Purdue. We thought that he could have been in his last year. The NCAA awarded him additional year. We're really excited about the addition of Eaton, having a chance to return and be back with us again this year. And a young man will wind up playing out of position last year, Mr. Hopkins, and we wind up playing him at the 4. He's only about 6'3.5", 6'4", but he's extremely tough. And because of our numbers last year, played him out of position. He's a 3, but Justin's going to have an opportunity to play at the 3 this year for us. So he's going to certainly be able to make a huge, huge impact for us. So those are a combination of guys. My son's obviously returning this year, but unfortunately he had to undergo surgery during the off season to repair a torn labrum in his shoulder, and we're hopeful that this time prior to the season starting, that when he's released finally, that we're hopeful he can come back into his own. And we hate that he's had to miss some important days during the summer to continue to improve and get better. But we feel like we've gotten better in a lot of areas. Guys have improved, and we've had some late arrivals, guys getting in and getting eligible who's finishing up their schoolwork from other places, and including the young man, the 6'10" guy from Mississippi State. So we feel like we've got a combination. But the good thing is, with the new rules and us having an opportunity to work with our guys 4 hours a week and having them on the floor, it's really going to help us and be beneficial to us. We started school on yesterday, had our meetings today, and now we get into practicing tomorrow. So we'll be a lot further ahead than we were in the past with the opportunity to have hands-on with our guys.
Now, Coach, being in Houston has to be great for recruiting. Being in Houston, because I'll say if I'm coming to a big city, it will make me want to come to a school. I'm from Atlanta, so I like a big town. So Houston fits right in what I want to do. But also for a kid like you said, Mississippi State, Purdue, LSU, coming to Texas Southern, a great city, a conference with great history and tradition, and a lot of great coaching, and a lot of tough teams you can play every night. Has to be good when you're on the trail trying to pitch to come in Texas Southern, what you guys got brewing down there in the SWAC.
Well, you have a lot to sell here in Houston. Obviously, all the pro teams you want to talk about, the Texans, the Astros, you've got the Rockets. So you've got your pick of the litter. You've got a lot of pro guys here. Anytime you're able to have a guy like John Lucas, who bring a lot of NBA guys in during the off season, having his camp and the number of people that he have through here, it's a great opportunity for our guys to get connected and be around some special people. And we have so much to sell here in this great city. You've got University of Houston that's pretty much directly across the street from us as well. And so the competition and things are there. You have the off-season. You've got the Sunday League that these guys can go in and play and continue to work on their skills and get better as basketball players and all those things. So there's so much to offer to these guys and coming in here. And then at the end of the day, what is it that you want to do when you're finished, when you get through playing? Where do you want to live? And I couldn't think of a better place than a place like the city of Houston, because it has so much to offer, which a lot of the former NBA players have made their homes as well. Or you talk about the Texans, the football team. So it's a great place to live. It has a lot to offer. So recruiting, you used to say you can recruit in a taxi. Now I think you can recruit an Uber and get around in this place and get a lot done.
Yes, indeed. Now, Coach, going from TSU, where I know you're assistant Coach Peel from Tennessee University, my alma mater, for you coaching at HBCU school, what does that mean to you to help raise up our young black men, help them become husbands, fathers, businessmen, get at least their 1 degree, or also go and get their master's degree in basketball down in the future? So how do you go about preparing these young men to become men in our society as young black men in the world today?
Well, I can tell you, and I think I've had a calling and I've got a gift. I've been really blessed to be able to play this game and have a great experience from it. And then having a chance to coach it, starting at a very young age there at LSU. Being involved with guys like Shaquille O'Neal and Stanley Robinson, those guys coming out at the same time. I've had some pro opportunity offers to go and be the assistant or scouting, and I've turned down those opportunities because I love what I do in terms of the college game, because I think I can impact the lives of young men somewhere or another, and I can appreciate that and have a great appreciation for that as well. And I've been blessed to have a good staff around me. You named Coach Peel. I'm very it's important to me in hiring a staff that guys are family oriented. They certainly care about kids. It's not just about the basketball portion of it, but helping them grow on and off the floor as well is extremely important to me. So it's been a gift. It's been a blessing for me that God has allowed me to utilize this platform in so many ways to impact the lives of young men And so this is what I do. This is really what I enjoy doing. And basketball just happens to be a game that I'm passionate about and love. And it's a way for me to reach these young men through something that they care about and so passionate about and love as well.
Yes, indeed, with Coach Jones. We're going to get you on the show, Coach. Hopefully I get to see you guys play when you come to Alabama and play those two teams. Cause right around up the street from me here on down I-20 and see you guys play, man. Cause I want to definitely catch you and Coach Peel, see your team in person. So hope you guys get those wins when you play State and A&M up there.
Well, yeah, I'm telling you, it'll be worth your trip coming up. I think we're going to have an exciting basketball team. It's something I'm looking forward to. Again, we've got a very challenging schedule that's going to prepare for us for our conference schedule. Anytime you're talking about playing Arizona State and then going out and playing Gonzaga, the likes of Texas A&M, and back at Arkansas. So we've got an extremely tough schedule for us that's sitting there in front of us. We're looking forward to that challenge. But at the end of the day, when you get into conference play, everything is competitive. And so when you plan a home and away schedule, you've got to be prepared. So it's something we look forward to. But I can tell you, it'll be worth your while and worth your trip if you have the opportunity to come and watch us play, because we will be an exciting team.
Coach, I'm going to try to make that happen. I told Coach Peel, I'm going to try to make it happen. I'm telling you, I'm going to try to make it happen. I cover the Hawks, too, so I do a lot of Hawks stuff with the Hawks, so I got to make sure the Hawks give me some freedom to come on over there and see you guys play and get the job done out there, Coach.
Well, I can assure you, obviously, you watch good basketball all the time there. If you're sitting around there with the Hawks, and Coach Peel talks about you all the time, he was excited about the opportunity for me to get an opportunity to get on with you and Ryan, and I'm really excited and thrilled to have that opportunity as well. But I know you enjoy good basketball, and I can assure you, you come and watch us play with this young group of guys that we've got an opportunity to put together. The good thing about it is we've got a young group that a lot of these guys will be returning not only this year, but next year as well. It's going to be a huge, huge plus for us.
And it's always good, Coach, at the level we are, mid-major level, when you're old, you're scary. Nobody wants to play you. Because that's a great thing there.
Well, a lot of these guys that we like to play, they don't know exactly what's going to happen to them, at times, especially with their schedule, because they've got guys that we like to play, be it the Power 5 schools. A lot of those guys wind up going hardship or put their names in the draft. And so if we can catch those guys at the right time, especially early part of the season before they're gelling, some good things have a tendency of happening to us and for us.
Yes, indeed. Well, Coach Jones, it's been a pleasure having the show, man. We got to do it again real soon. I really enjoyed our talk today, Coach.
Well, please do. I certainly enjoyed it. Thanks so much for your time and having me on. Go Tigers.
Yes, indeed, folks. It's Johnny Jones on the Bossman Show.
For all your photo, video, and voiceover needs, check out the fine folks at Blueberry Productions. They will take good care of you. If you don't believe me, you can see for yourself. Check out their work at blueberryproductions.tv, the Facebook page, Blueberry Productions, also a Vimeo page, a YouTube page, and it's Blueberry, BLUBERRY, Prod on Twitter. Check them out today. Blueberry Productions, great people, great work, great service.
Hey there, your yard took a real beating this summer. Luckily, Scott's Turf Builder Winter Guard has your back. Just feed your grass with Scott's again this fall when the air is cool and the soil is warm. It's the perfect time to give your lawn a boost. If you do, Winter Guard will give your yard the nourishment it needs to help weak, thin grass recover and support root growth, giving you a greener, more resilient lawn both now and next spring. Guaranteed. Grab a bag of Scott's Turf Builder Winter Guard today. You'll be back to barbecuing in no time. This is a Scott's Yard.
Hey parents, we all try to be extra careful with our children in the car, but then we get an important call or text. Remember, our children are watching. Make every drive a good example. Be in the zone. Turn off your phone. Visit childrenshospital.vanderbilt.org/BITZ to learn more about our teen driver safety program. Brought to you by Monroe Carroll Jr. Children's Hospital at Vanderbilt, the Ford Motor Company Fund, and the Allstate Foundation.
Hello, my name is Travis Williams, President and CEO of Academics and Athletic Consultant, focusing on educating and empowering tomorrow's collegiate athletic leaders. My passion is for the education and genuine concern and care for today's student athlete. It's the centerpiece of my life's work. A college education, both in and out of the classroom, is a truly rewarding benefit. For more information on AAC, you can go to www.academicsandathleticsconsulting.com. Once again, www.academicsandathleticsconsulting.com. Or you can follow me on Facebook at Academics and Athletic Consulting, or Twitter at Coach T Will 24, or Instagram Travis L. Williams 24. Or you can call me at 404-542-6079. Once again, AAC is very proud to partner with J.R. McHenry of the Bossman Radio Show, covering sports and entertainment across the country. Please tune in weekly for informative, entertaining, and expert analysis on today's sports and entertainment topics. Thank you.
All right, folks, back here on the Jared the Boss Man Show, talking to my man Dallin Howard, the Alabama A&M Bulldogs out of Huntsville, where I was at this past weekend. I went to the Mobile too, so I was all over the state of Alabama. I could be a recruiter now, Coach. I've been up to Montgomery, I've been to Mobile and Huntsville. I can just recruit for you guys now.
Well, there you go. Yeah, you just a worldwide traveler. That's all.
Yes, indeed, man. Well, Coach, I know this year's been a great year for you, especially on April 17th, getting the job full time and signing 17 guys at the same time there, Coach.
Well, yes. I mean, it's really been a blessing. You know, I'm just so thankful to our president, Dr. Andrew Hagini Jr., and our athletic director, Brian Hicks, just to have the confidence in me to able to build this Alabama A&M men's basketball program and get it back to where it used to be when the great Coach Pettaway was around. So I'm very fortunate and was able to get out there, and me and my staff, and you know, we feel as though we signed a top-notch recruiting class and bringing in 7 freshmen and a grad transfer. So we actually have eight new guys coming.
Now, Coach, having 8 new guys on the roster, how was that for team building and kind of getting the feel for where guys are at as you get ready here for October, coming up here real soon when fall practice starts for real?
Well, the one good thing happened with the NCAA, and it might be 4, 5, 6 years in the making now, where they kind of changed the rules to where you can start working with your team as a whole. You know, you just got certain hours. You got to be within a certain time frame and don't go over your hours. But so during the summer, we were able to have all our players on campus. So I was able to teach a lot of my philosophy, my system. And then on top of that, they're able to take summer school. So now they're getting ahead academically. So we started building the team this summer, and it's been great. The guys got a chance to know one another, and so we were ready to go. Once school started in the fall, we already had that June and July behind us. So now you don't have to teach as much once that fall rolls around, and so we've been very thankful for that.
And I know you got 8 new guys on the roster. So, Coach, what did you all prioritize as a staff as you do your self-scout, self-evaluation from last year coming into this year going forward?
We had to touch on a lot of different areas. And I would just say, first and foremost, we had to get bigger. We had basically 2 big guys last year, and technically they played out of position. I mean, realistically, they were 3s and 4s, but we had to play them at the 5. So we had to identify some big guys that could come in and help us immediately, especially going against these big boys as far as our non-conference schedule. So we had to address that. That was first and foremost. The second thing we had to address, we had to become more athletic and just longer. So because we got to improve our defense. That was one of our liabilities also. So we addressed that problem also as far as becoming more athletic. And then also we had to become better scorers. So as we were recruiting, we said, well, who out there can really score the ball? So we got better as far as from the point guard, shooting guard, small forward, power forward, and the post. So now all 5 positions, we've got guys that can score at all 5 positions.
And that's the main thing, being able to score and stop people from scoring. I know it sounds so basic, but that's the key of basketball. Being able to score, being able to stop people from scoring, and having guys who you can plug in there can do both of those things at the same time can help you in the SWAC. We know they play fast and play hard every night.
I mean that's so true, and we know once again the SWAC. I mean every year. I mean the coaches in the SWAC, they do such a great job, not only recruiting for their system, but also teaching the game of basketball. So, in order to keep up with the other coaches in the conference, we knew we had to do a better job of identifying guys that not only can come in and help build our program, but obviously compete in the SWAC and compete non-conference. And like I said, I've got a great coaching staff, assistant coaches that they just work their butt off. And we identified a lot of these recruits very early. Basically, at the end of their junior year, we started recruiting them very heavily. And then we just stayed on them throughout their whole senior year, and we were able to land some real good recruits.
And what I also tell people about SWAC basketball is this. Don't look at the record per se, because non-conference schedule is pretty much a lot of bye games. You have to be on the road pretty much from November to the first of the year. Don't look at that. Look at what happens in conference, how they compete in conference.
That's right.
Because they'll see the record, 5-27 thing, they were terrible. No, look at what they had to play, and look at their league. So it's not no. That's why you got the jobs, because your AD and your president saw that it wasn't you couldn't coach. It was who you had to play. Plus the conference is tough every night. There's no easy outs in the SWAC.
I mean,
where you go in the SWAC. No easy outs.
I mean that's just so true. And like I said, every year though, and so I tell people, make sure you pay real close attention to every school in the SWAC, because non-conference, you're going to have some of these SWAC schools beating. Sometimes it's a Power 5 school or a solid mid-major plus school, and it happens every year. So like I said, the coaches just do a great job. And even though we won 5 games last year, but our first win last year came against Tulane. So, that was a huge win for us, a huge confidence booster for us going in the SWAC. So, and that's what we're going to try to do this year. We're going to try to knock off 3 or 4 of these schools. We're, like I always tell my guys, hey, we lace them up just like they lace them up. Let's go out and play. Let's go out and compete.
I saw, look at your schedule, Coach. You got some tough non-conference games. You got some regional games. Well, I saw North Alabama. I saw Troy. I saw what's the other school? Jacksonville State was playing from OVC. Tennessee State. You go up there and play them at home. So I saw some games up there that, hey, you're doing the regional thing, but also you're playing some games. You get ready to raise some money for that athletic fund as well, because that's part of the business in SWAC basketball. You have to raise money for the school as well.
You got to go out and you got to play some of them big boys, and it gives us a chance to compete at the highest level. It gives our guys a chance to be seen nationally, and everyone dreams of playing those big schools and competing just to see how you can do. But like you said, also we wanted to play most of the schools in Alabama, in the state of Alabama. I think really the only 2 Division ones that we're not playing is probably Alabama and Auburn off the top of my head. We're gonna play everyone else. So like you said, we've got UAB, South Alabama, Troy, North Alabama, Jacksonville State. So now we get a chance to see where do we stack up with these other state schools.
Yes, indeed. I'm pretty sure Auburn don't want to play nobody that can probably beat them. So I know how that goes. I know how that goes, Coach.
I ain't gonna lie, it'll be tough. Bruce Pearl does a hell of a job with them boys.
Yes, indeed. Hey, if you can, call Coach Lanier or call Amir over here at Kennesaw State. Play them too as well. They need to play you guys as well. A good.
I would love to get them on the schedule. Love it. Yes.
A good regional game right there. But like I said, Coach, you guys have a great thing going in Alabama. You got to talk about air. Huntsville's growing, and it's just a vibrant city as well. And so, Coach, knowing that, going forward, you got 7 guys, 8 guys this year with the grad transfer. With the scholarships you have left going in for 2020, 2021, how do you pitch these guys? Say, hey, give us a shot, because if you put out good film, a scout will find you. I mean, if you can play, they'll find you.
Oh yeah. I mean, that's the bottom line, and I like to think of myself as a coach that allows his players to play their game. I tell our players all the time, offensively, do what you can do, and everyone doesn't have the same skills, but I give everyone the green light and the freedom to do what they can do within what they can do. So basically, if you're a 3-point shooter, I want you shooting the 3. If you're a post player that can score in the post, when you get the ball in the post, it's one-on-one, you got the green light, taking. So my system, I feel as though, is very fun to play in. As long as you do one thing, you better be playing hard on defense. So you give it to me on the defensive end, I'm going to give you that freedom on the offensive end.
You got that right, Coach. I've heard from Coach Johnny Jones, Sean Woods, Randy Pillow about the great job you did last year. They said they played hard every night. The record is not what it seems. Like, all these coaches in your conference talking about the job you did last year, the job, how your team played hard, even though you was undersized a little bit there. You bought it every night. You wasn't easy out.
Well, and I certainly appreciate that, because I think of Johnny Jones and especially Sean Woods as 2 of my mentors, obviously coaching under Coach Woods for 8 years. And I've been knowing Coach Johnny Jones. We go back to the Texas days when I was at a Division III Hardin-Simmons and he was at North Texas. He would always give me a guaranteed money game being at the D3. So, and me and Coach Jones talk quite a bit, and I know he's always been in my corner. So, I just have a lot of respect for those coaches. And one thing I did learn from Coach Woods is you got to get your guys to buy in and play hard. And that's more than half the battle. So, and we had a good group of guys that bought in and they played hard. They competed every night. Now what we've done, now we're going to add that with a little bit better talent. So now I think we're able to score the ball and still be able to keep that same intensity and play hard. So now I think we'll be able to win a few more games this upcoming season.
Yes, indeed. And that's what I got for this, Coach. As you guys get ready for this October coming up here when it all tips off, who are some guys our listeners should watch out for that you want them to kind of keep an eye on as we watch your team progress this year?
Wow. I would have to start off with, in my opinion, our number one recruit. And I feel as though at our level, at Alabama A&M, it's hard to get a guy like Cameron Tucker. And for those of you who don't know about Cam Tucker, let me explain about Cam Tucker. He played at Winona down in Birmingham. Winona won a state championship this past season. Not only did they win the state championship, Cam Tucker was the 5A Player of the Year. He was MVP of the state tournament, and he was MVP of the Alabama-Mississippi All-Star game. He was a 20-point scorer, 5 assists, 5 rebound guy for Winona. So in my opinion, we got an absolute steal on that one. So, and Cam, I mean, we're going to throw a lot at him as a freshman. I think he's able to handle that. So, Cam Tucker will be huge for us. Garrett Hicks, local kid from James Clemens, another guard that can really score the ball, very athletic, happens to be our athletic director's son, and he can flat out score the ball. And that was one of the areas that we had to get better at as far as scoring. Brandon Miller, our leading returner as far as minutes played and points per game. I mean, we ran Brandon into the ground last year as a point guard. He ended up playing 36 minutes, which was top 50 in the nation as far as minutes played. So now we can take some of the load off his shoulders, and he can be able to move off the ball a little bit because he also can score the ball. Some of the veterans, you got Jerron Sissom, 5th-year guy, 6'7", 6'8", athletic, long, another local Huntsville kid. He's going to have to produce more for us. You know, I'm looking for him to average double-figure points, double-figure rebounds. Couple more freshmen who I think can help us immediately will be, we got a big fella out of Cincinnati. His name is E.J. Williams. We're talking 6'10", 290. Wow. So now we've got a bigger body down there, and then now we can go up against those when we play Clemson, Notre Dame. Now we got a big body down there that can help us. Jalen Johnson out of Indianapolis, 6'8", averaged 23 points a game coming out of high school and 9 boards, power forward. So those are some of the guys we're going to be relying on, and then probably another guy who's going to definitely have to score for us, our grad transfer, T.J. Parham, coming from Green Bay. He can flat out shoot the ball. 6'7", small forward, long arms, can knock down the three. And I actually recruited him when he was at a JUCO. He was at Wabash Community College 3 years ago, and I was recruiting him when I was at Morehead State. So, you know, I knew him previously, and, you know, once he graduated, I thought we got a steal on that as far as a grad transfer. So those are just some of the guys I think can come in, help us right away to get us. We need to be in the top 4 when it's all said and done as far as in the SWAC standings. We need to finish in that top 4.
Well, Coach, I'm definitely going to try to come over there and see you guys play. I got to fit around the Atlanta Hawks schedule. You know how that is. So I'll try my best to get to Huntsville and see you guys. I know, like I said, I was just there this weekend. I enjoyed it. You know, but I definitely want to come back and see you guys play some ball for that A&M, man.
You know, please come. I think you'll enjoy it. I think we'll be able to put on a good show for you. And like I said, it's going to be an exciting year. You know, our guys they're excited. They're, like I said, we've been going at it now for about 3 weeks, and they're competing, getting better. So, you know, I think this is going to be that season where you can finally see a turn in the A&M men's basketball program.
Coach, I'm looking forward to it, man. Thank you for your time today. Look forward to doing it again with you down the road, Coach, and best of luck. See you and the Bulldogs. We'll be checking on you guys all year long, man.
All right, my man. You know, I always appreciate talking to you. It's always good.
Yes, indeed, Coach. Take it easy, Coach. We'll talk to you real soon, brother.
All right, take care.
All right, it's Donald Howard, people, on the Bossman Show.
Hello, my name is Travis Williams, President and CEO of Academics and Athletic Consulting, focusing on educating and empowering tomorrow's collegiate athletic leaders. My passion is for the education and genuine concern and care for today's student athlete. It's the centerpiece of my life's work. A college education, both in and out of the classroom, is a truly rewarding benefit. For more information on AAC, you can go to www.academicsandathleticsconsulting.com. Once again, www.academicsandathleticsconsulting.com, or you can follow me on Facebook at Academics and Athletic Consulting, or Twitter at Coach TWill24, or Instagram Travis L. Williams 24, or you can call me at 404-542-6079. Once again, AAC is very proud to partner with J.R. McHenry of the Bossman Radio Show, covering sports and entertainment across the country. Please tune in weekly for informative, entertaining, and expert analysis on today's sports and entertainment topics. Thank you.
It's maybe the night that my dreams might let me know. All the stars are closer. All the stars are closer.
Tell me what you gonna do to me. Confrontation ain't nothing new to me. You could bring a bullet, bring a sword, bring a morgue, but you can't bring the truth to me.
Alexa, play Kendrick Lamar and SZA.
Okay.
Maybe the night that my dreams might let me know. All the stars are closer.
With Amazon Music, a voice is all you need. Get tens of millions of songs. Download the Amazon Music app today.